Well, hello, gorgeous gals.
Hello.
Hi, Nancy, Miss Guppy, if you're nasty.
So nice to see you.
Great to see you. You look fantastic.
Oh, thank you. You're looking well.
So as artists and performers, how have you navigated not being able to be on a stage in front of a live audience performing?
It's funny you should ask, Nancy, because I mean, it's been a crazy year, and we've had to make a lot of hard left turns throughout.
I don't think either of us wasted any time just shifting to digital, which was difficult because we're both decidedly live performers. But thankfully, you know, not only do the people I work with, were they very, very supportive and helped me make that shift, but our fan base and our audience has been extremely supportive and loyal as we find our footing in this new era of digital entertainment. So we've done all right. You know, it's difficult every day, but we're still flying, we're still floating.
It's definitely a new world, but I do think that drag queens are sort of uniquely equipped to work under adverse circumstances.
Regardless of trying times, right? The show must go on, and more than ever, we need to see the good, which of course brings us to the world premiere of the Jinkx DeLa Holiday Special.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Now, this is your third annual show. 2018, To Jesus, Thanks for Everything. 2019, All I Want for Christmas is Attention. And both were performed in front of a live audience. They were smash successes. This year's installment was going to be your most extravagant, I believe, yet. So did you have to radically revamp the content in order to make it work for film?
Yeah.
It started with, let's record one of our past shows, or let's record the best of our past shows as like a live theater performance that we record to release. Then it was like, no, let's take the material and write a movie out of our pre-existing material. And then what we landed on was writing a whole movie from scratch, using what we could from past shows, but really breaking our backs to bring you something new and special.
Live theater just is it's different, you know, the audience is a huge piece of that. And so we really decided that if we were going to make a film, we were just going to make something that was made for film. So, you know, I feel like it was a crazy endeavor to try to make a full feature starting in June, which is when we kind of made that decision, but I'm really proud of what we were able to pull off.
Christmas.
Holiday.
I've got it. I can give you that perfect Christmas you never had.
But I don't celebrate Christmas.
That's right. It's time for a good old-fashioned Christmas pageant.
Mazel.
DeLa, you produced and directed, correct? So what was the best part of directing a film for the first time?
Oh my goodness. It was, I mean, it's definitely a big learning curve. The world of film is its own beast, but I'd say that really one of the greatest things about it was, even though it was such a big learning curve, we had the same incredible community of people in Seattle coming out to support this, both in the theater world and the film world. And that sense of community in a time when we've all been so isolated was a real joy.
Jinkx, what was it like being directed by DeLa?
It was actually, it felt like a very natural, organic experience. You know, when we do our live shows, she always kind of takes the reins, and I like it that way. I really like to just lean into being a performer and a writer, but it's never like my voice is unheard. You know, we discuss everything, sometimes to a fault. So, you know, we both micromanage every little moment, and then at the very last moment, I go, okay, now you make the call.
And you have such a long history together. You know how to go back and forth. You know how to fight. You know how to get through it. You know how to work out the creative stuff.
Exactly.
So, yeah. What's the basic storyline of the Jinkx DeLa Holiday Special?
It's based on the same general premise as our stage show, in that we are attempting to put on a holiday special and cannot agree on how.
I love lepers and prostitutes.
That's filthy.
I can't even breathe in this thing, DeLa.
Who are you talking to?
So all
of this crazy bullshit is supposed to get me in the holiday spirit?
When you wish upon a nog.
I think I see where you're going with this.
Come on, everybody. Go with me.
It's the clash of how to celebrate this time of year when you are not necessarily someone who's invited to the celebration by our society at large. And we both have different ways of tackling that. And the show itself is about how they find cohesion and how they wind up on the same page in their own way.
A lot of interesting characters besides the two of you. Of course, you're the most interesting. But one of the supporting characters is a glass of eggnog. Tell us about that.
Yes, well, she is the spirit of my deceased grandmother, my deceased Nana, who has come to me through her traditional family eggnog recipe. So she's known as Nanog.
Anna, you see that horny old lady over there? That's the friend I was telling you about. She needs Jesus. Well, I don't know where he's at these days, but I know the next best thing.
She is really the driving force for DeLa, sort of egging her on. In her desire to kind of fulfill these family traditions.
What the hell is that?
And we have not officially made this announcement yet, but I'm very, very, very excited that Nanog is voiced by the drag legend Varla Merman, who was one of my real inspirations to even begin performing in the way that I do. So that was a real honor.
Oh, that's pretty exciting. That's thrilling. What message do you hope your fans will take away from the film?
Well, I was going to let Jinkx take it because I love to talk, but I would say that the message of our holiday shows are always that we all experience the holidays in different ways, whether you celebrate Christmas or don't, however you grew up celebrating or not celebrating whatever holiday. It's a difficult time of year where we're surrounded by this messaging around what it should be, what it should feel like, what we should do, who we should be with. And there's a lot of value in that, but only if it's valuable to you. And so the real moral of our show is that the holidays can be whatever you want to make of them. You can discard what doesn't work, you can hold on to what does, and you can invent new things. And as an extension of that, you can do that with your entire life, which is, I think, what drag is about.
Yeah, we went through a lot to make this film when we did. And because of the year it's been, it was our motivation to make the film and to make it responsibly, safely. And even though it was a lot of hard work, we did it because art is essential.
Amen to that. Well, thanks so much for chatting with me. It's always lovely to see the two of you. And even though it's going to be probably one of the strangest holidays ever, I do hope you have a happy holiday.
Thank you, Nancy.
Same to you. Thanks so much.
The Jinkx DeLa Holiday Special is available to download at jinkxanddela.com, and the accompanying album will be available for a digital download on Friday, December 11th.